The values LeBron James lives by. Could 23 be equals 1? Well, mathematically speaking, clearly not, but culturally there might be equality. Any American can become number 1, basically through the values. The values are the moral principles and beliefs of a person, and Americans have developed a list of these moral principles, and they are known as American values. Due to any person is unique for them, they believe that each one chooses which values he wants to live their own life by. In the American culture, there are people that represent some of these values. They are known as icons due they are a symbol for the Americans. They are an inspiration. My icon is LeBron James. He's a basketball player that currently plays for the Cleveland Cavaliers in the NBA. And values like competition, self-help, and time and its control are some values that are present in him. As I said, the first value that my icon has is competition. For Americans, competition is a value that brings out the best in any individual, and they think that it challenges each person to produce the very best that is humanly possible. So you can see competition even at the youngest ages. For example, in an American classroom, children are encouraged to answer questions for their classmates do not know the answer. But as I said, you can also see competition in LeBron's life. He has to compete with his teammates to get a spot on the team, but he also has to compete with rivals to, I don't know, win a ball or something. But also as a team, they had to compete with other teams to win a match or win the title. Another value that represents my icon is self-help. In the United States, a person can take credit only for what he has accomplished by himself. They do not like to take advantage of his name or their roots. They like to do the stuff for their own means. In fact, you can find a very long list of words with self as a prefix, but you cannot find these words in most other languages. They do not exist. In LeBron's case, he started to play his high school team, and because of his ability and talent, he's now one of the best players in the history of the NBA. He did it all by himself. In addition to the other two values, time and its control is another value that my icon possesses. For the average American, time is of utmost importance. They seem to be really concerned with getting things accomplished on time in order to follow a predetermined schedule. So to foreigners, they could seem to be controlled by their watches, but in LeBron's case, he's not controlled by the watch. He's controlled by the clock on the scoreboard, due to he has to get his goal before time ends. Also, he has to keep to the schedule in order to get to the training or the fixture on time. So his life is very controlled by time. In conclusion, we can see the impact and the importance of these three values in LeBron's life. And it's a clear example that 23 in fact is equals 1. Because of these three values, LeBron is no longer a 23. Now he has become a number 1 for Americans. His success and shows how these three values help him to get what he has accomplished. So his life now is an inspiration for young people, and is a proof that culturally and morally speaking, anyone can become a number 1.